over Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First down throw for Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Gets it to Bryce Butler, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Looking deep, a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many runs in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Smith. Being chased out left. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Taco Charlton coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 8, maybe 9. But they're still left with a 3rd and long upcoming. And Peterson in week 3 against Green Bay, he woke back up 120 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Man, I think what you're alluding to is how his season began, right? We go back to the Arizona game to start things off at Arizona. 96 yards and a touchdown. Week 2, only 20 yards on the ground. Indianapolis probably more. And then he explodes against Green Bay. And throughout his career, he has exploded against Green Bay. He put 199 on him one time when he was in Minnesota. I mean, he had well over 1,700 yards against Green Bay going into this ball game when he played. So Adrian Peterson likes to see the Packers. You still see the explosiveness. You still see the toughness, the vision, and the willingness and determination to get the extra yard. He had a big, big game.
Look at this spin.
Balance.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
There we go. All right, there we go. Count. 26.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Elliott. Oh, the spin. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 480. Hey, switch. 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And bulldozing his way through. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got it first and goal at the 6.
Get out. Get out. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Flush to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Now Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Allen Hurns, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space from the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Smith. It's brought in by Dodson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Smith finding Dotson that time for a Washington first. They go play action here on first down. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And off comes to Peterson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
12.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first. Smith will bring his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They give it to Peterson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
To throw on 2nd down to Smith. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Randy Gregory. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And that is incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
15.
They snap it to Smith. Looking for his tight end Reed, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The give is to Elliott. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Prescott. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Again to Elliott. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. On the move to his left. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Out of the gun, Smith. Now to the left, it's complete to Dodson. A good pickup there at 22.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
On 1st down, Smith. And Reed with it over the middle. Giving 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. From the gun, here's Smith. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Jay Gruden's guys unable to convert on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. And now here come the Cowboys. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. On 1st and 10, Smith. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
No, right. No.
Play action. It's Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is no good. It's wide to the left. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Here's Smith operating from the gun. Jordan Reed has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Smith now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyrone Crawford With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Smith. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Smith from the gun, he'll throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Tressway now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Austin. Whoosh. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Here you go.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Marianitis. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Third and long for Prescott. Hard throw, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. From his goal line here, Smith. He goes down, and it's in the end zone. Smith goes down in that end zone. That is a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Swing to the field, right. There you go, to the right.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Finding room inside the 40. And down right around the 37. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth.
There we go, wide eight. Hey, 47. Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54. 26.
Prescott now on second down. Heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Smith coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long.
There we go, wide eight. 26.
Throwing. Prescott keeps himself upright. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it.
I mean, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, here's Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Redskins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, 4 down. Eddie, wide 80.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed from 8 yards out. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And out now come the Cowboys. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Hey, 47. 26.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Hey, 47. Here we go. 26.
Here's Elliott. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game to the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Here's Smith. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a Redskin 1st down as Smith hits Crowder.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing is Smith. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing again is Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Reed. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. That is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Josh Doxson, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Redskins have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Going to 54, Ryan. There you go. Ryan,
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here we go. 47, 47.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They keep it with Smith on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they are using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time. We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. I guess we can call that a welcome to the NFL moment right there. And he came in with open arms and knocked it through.
Yeah, how about that? It's almost surely a game winner, right? And, you know, rookie kickers, usually the leash is kind of short, isn't it? I think they went ahead and got that extended model for him now after making that kick.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that,